Alright, so this video we're gonna do a comparison between Uneekor's Game Day, TGC 19, and then GS Pro for the same golf course. We'll play one hole each. It'll be hole number 1. So we are on the Uneekor software, gonna do a round play. And I haven't warmed up, so don't concentrate on the gameplay as much as we're concentrating on how fun is it to play. And how do the graphics compare, and so on. So a little music intro, couple screenshots. That's looking pretty good, right? Little drone view of the hole. I really like that the best out of all the games. You can see the bottom right, it tells you what you're expected, but also it has this little thing here. So I think this Uneekor by far is the most immersive, but I love to hear your comments. So we're gonna do one hole of each, okay? Oh, that was terrible. I popped it. That's not even worthwhile. Alright. Like I said, I didn't do a warm-up or nothing, so here we go again. Oh, that was another not great. That was not a great shot. 149, that's an 8 iron. Let's see. Feels good. It's going to be a little short. Didn't feel as solid as I would have liked. .42, so we're putting. So the other thing is when it's on the fringe on this one, it always puts you to putt, while on the other games it always puts you to chip. So 42. Let's see if I get to the circle. Come on, a little more, a little more, a little more. You can also, aim left or right like this, or you can actually tell exactly how much. 6 feet. Oh, I didn't break it all, did it? Triple bogey. But again, we're not concentrating on that. Let's go ahead and switch over to So we're now in GS Pro, and the first thing you'll notice, it takes quite a bit to upload the course. Not such a big deal. You just put in that time up front, and then it's quicker between the holes as opposed to it loading each hole like the other software. But it does take maybe a minute. That went pretty quick, and then it'll start. Again, the whole point is to compare gameplay as opposed to. So graphics here, pretty realistic. I like it's more green. I don't know, it looks really good. It looks really good. Of course you're seeing a more yellowish tint, but on this screen it looks more greenish. So I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and play this hole. See if we can go a little bit better. Yeah, that was way better. for a first hit. I'm gonna have a 9-iron in. So we see no graphics, not much in terms of sound. There is a little bit of movement. There's some birds flying around here. So 132 with 10 feet up. Probably a little short. So almost the same shot as before. No, before we actually put it. Here we have to chip. But we didn't lose a ball here. Oh, a little too much maybe. And in the circle for a par. And then you're back to the next hole. Now there is a flyover option, but you actually have to go and click flyover. So you could do that and see what the hole's like as a flyover, but it doesn't do it automatically. So I almost never enjoy that because I just get onto the gameplay. But the fact that Uneekor does them together, I think it plays out pretty well. Now this is really amazing. Maybe I should be watching this flyover more. This is beautiful. Yeah, it's quite beautiful. Okay, so now we're gonna close this and go to TGC 19. So I'm gonna pause my video capture. Where is the... there we go. All right, so now we're going into TGC 19. We're starting the gameplay. The one thing I like the best about TGC 19 is not the graphics, not the game interaction, but it's the commenter. There is like a sportscast person who's going a play-by-play, and it's actually pretty fun. You sometimes end up talking back to him. Not that he answers back, but it's just fun to think that somebody's watching you play. So we hit continue. That's we're gonna do a local match. Change course. More filters. We want highly rated, which Pebble Beach should be one of those. We want to play. Pebble Beach. Match. Here from the whites. And again, we're gonna focus on the gameplay. How fun is it to play? Again, this is loading. I didn't realize that this one takes quite a bit of time to load as well. So the only one that's the fastest is the Uneekor. It loads in between each hole.
Hello there. Welcome to you.
This
My
looks
name is Justin.
a little more animated, like I think. It's not as realistic.
We have a par 4 first hole on this course today. So a nice tee shot. See what happens from there. Let's do this.
But you can hear the commentary. I mean, that's fun to be able to play and listen to what he's got to say, right?
Now that was a swing.
Nah. He liked it. Oh yeah, that was good. Alright, that was our best drive of the 3. Left me 97. Easy peasy. Nope, left. Shoot. Still a chip. Chip in a putt. How many yards? 12. So hit my lofted wedge here. That's a good one. Woo! Oh, it rolled. Might still have to putt. That was so good. 5 feet. No, no putting needed. And that's it. So we've compared the three.
Nice way to start things out. Even par. Coming off a par on the last one. Let's see what happens here.
So that's it. That's the comparison. You can see it's a little more animated, kind of graphic-y, more like a game. The other ones are more immersive, more real. This one's got the commentator. I think that's huge. It makes it more fun. I spent a lot of time here, a lot of time in Uneekor, but spent almost no time in GS Pro. Even though GS Pro has a lot more courses, and I would think the graphics are even more realistic. By far the most fun I have is Uneekor's game day software. And when I say Uneekor, it's my device right here. You know, it's a sensor. You could have the overhead units, but honestly, there's really no need. All the data that it collects is the same as you would for the overhead. It's supposed to be not inferior. They even have a cheaper model now, exclusive to Amazon, that is under $2,000, and all you need is that, a PC, and a net to hit balls into, and you're ready to go. So you could buy Uneekor with their software, with compute. Well, you would have to have the computer, so it doesn't add to the price. But for $2,500, you could be playing, indoor golf. And so, what do you think? Which one? Uneekor's game day, GS Pro, or TGC 19? I'd love to hear what you got to say. All right, take care.